between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
2nd and 4. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. On the move past the 40. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. He'll drop to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Right, 97. Quick, yellow, red.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
3.5 to go, 1st quarter. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Lions at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over-pursuing, and making a very nice play.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Black Ultra. Neo Blue. Blue Striker.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now he's forced out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Come on, set. Striker, 3, ready?
Here we go on 4th down. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Williams, a man in motion right. Herbert on 1st down now. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Herbert. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On 4th down, Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Swift. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl, and the Falcons are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got some space here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ultra. Go ultra. Steal. Just steal.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Second and 6. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Got his man, it's Williams. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got this complete to Williams. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shot the D and rip off a pretty big play. Herbert operating from the red zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Herbert. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. They'll throw now on the final play. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run out of the gun with Swift. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards.
Here's Swift. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Falcons 8-yard line.
Touchdown! T.J. Hawkinson from 8 yards out. And the Lions are back within a couple of the lead. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this third quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points and not really with a lot of hope. But with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Here's a 2nd and 7. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets this one complete to Bowden. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short the 1st down marker. They're going to look to throw. And this one is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Lions will take over. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. Yeah. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Swift going to try up the middle. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try to chase.
They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Herbert on 3rd down now. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On the option to give to Swift here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Back to the running game with Swift. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Swift again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro. This for a 4th quarter lead. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they're going to take the lead here as it's now 9-8. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. He's back to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
He'll look to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing, Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Herbert going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got him. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now Herbert. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Herbert. Sliding out of the pocket. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Herbert to throw. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they're in danger of surrendering.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would